Hi everyone, hope you're having a wonderful week. This week I'm talking about how to unlock greater physical potential. I've been reading some pretty cool texts lately that have been a staple of mine, two of them in particular. One of them has been Sun Tzu's Art of War. You might have heard of it. It's been referenced by people like Napoleon all the way to Patricius, great army generals, as well as Minonori, who is a Zen warrior master from Japan who studied swordsmanship, and he's known to be one of the greatest sword fighters that's ever walked the earth. So you might be thinking, what does art and swordsmanship have to do with unlocking your physical potential? And really, it's about allowing our minds to get out of the way so our physical potential can step forward. And whatever that is, that might be in your home life, that might be in your career, it might be in your friends, in your social life, or some recreation and physical pursuit. It really doesn't matter what it actually is. Now, what most of us will do is we'll embark on a task, we'll find something we're deeply passionate about, and then what we'll do is we'll stay intently and tremendously interested in that task. And we'll learn skills and gain knowledge and pursue that task or activity and get really skillful and really proficient. And what happens is eventually we hit a ceiling, and all of a sudden our rate of growth or our progress gets stifled. This is what I call the crossroad. We hit this crossroad and then we have a choice, and there's two people. One person will go back to what they've learned and try to refine and redevelop the skills and ideas that they have. And person B, what they will do is they will go out on a journey and look for other things that will complement what it is they're doing in that task or activity. So essentially, they'll get out of their comfort zone and try to learn about different things. This is exactly what the study of Zen warriors actually do. And what happens is when you step out of your zone and learn about different things to add to your arsenal, what it is allowing you to develop a mastery and allowing those things that you once did to become so routine that they actually become non-thinking activities. So imagine this. I always encourage people that whatever you're doing, whether it's a physical activity or a task, to master it so well, it's as simple as walking to the kitchen, pouring a glass of water, and drinking that glass of water. Think of the amount of energy and the amount of thought that goes into that. Almost none. Imagine if you became that automatic. And what Minonori talks about in swordsmanship is that getting into the spaces between your thoughts. So you're not so focused on one thought in particular. And what he talks about is becoming more like water. So if you thought of a body of water like a lake or a pond, and all of a sudden a wind came, that water would respond to it. If you tossed a rock or a pebble into that body of water, you would see a ripple effect and it would respond to that as well. However, what you'd also notice is that water would go back to that state of calmness just as quickly as it responds to that pebble or that wind. That's what we call the void or the space between your thoughts. And this is a study of Zen warriorism. And something that I'm really focused on is being an athlete or being a healing type doctor. For example, I started this work back in '99, we're going on 13 years now, right to the point that as a healing doctor, I virtually practice in silence, and things have become so automatic that my hands innately move to where they're supposed to go to really facilitate that process. So it's almost as if we master things so well that we no longer have to think. The cool thing about this is that we actually have to think more about these tasks and activities, and to make them so routine, it's like we have to practice between our performances. And when we practice between our performances, we become so masterful and so skillful at doing that, it becomes automatic. just like going to the kitchen, getting a glass of water, and drinking it. So the secret to expressing greater physical potential is actually doing things that are beyond what you already know and becoming masterful at those things so the things you already know become automatic. The key thing to know here is that this is not an event and it's a journey. And it's a journey that has no ceiling and no limits. And when you understand that, you're in a constant state of growth and evolution. It is awesome. I encourage you to get on it. Check out The Art of War by Sun Tzu. You can Google it, read some stuff. Check out Minonori, the amazing swordsman. There's some really cool stuff that he talks about. Super wise individual. Hope you love this blog, and I look forward to hearing from you all really soon. Be well, my friends.